Hi, I'm Bob, and I'm fortunate to have a day job that I mostly enjoy most of the time, and it pays okay. However, I've always believed it to be smart to have at least two irons in the fire at all times. And that way, if something ever happens to my primary source of income, I'll at least have a little bit of a backup to rely upon. And I've been doing that my entire career. In fact, I've been side hustling way before it became fashionable. Nowadays, though, it seems like it's more of a requirement for survival for many of us. And whether you're trying to increase your savings, decrease your debt, or just want a little extra money to keep afloat, um, yeah, it seems like we all need to have a second gig going on. My first one was in business brokerage. Now that's helping people to buy and sell businesses. Think like real estate agents who help people to buy and sell homes. Well, this is the same thing, but for businesses. One of the reasons why I got into it is because there was a very low cost to entry. All I had to do was make up or have some business cards printed up, and you don't even need to do that anymore. But you probably should have a website, so there's a cost, a little bit of a cost in that. I joined a local association, met some great people, and learned a bunch of things, and then just got going. And I placed a couple of ads in newspapers at the time. Here I am dating myself. But I was able to help somebody sell their pizza shop, and it was great. Terrific experience, and I made a couple of grand in commission on it. Unfortunately, I had a job change situation going on that was going to require me to travel, and therefore juggling both my day job and the side hustle wasn't going to be feasible. So the side hustle had to go for a while. Currently, and I've been doing this for a few years, I help people with tech support. So I put a cheap ad out on Craigslist, and I think it's $5 a month. And when people are in a jam with their computers, phones, tablets, TVs, whatever, they can give me a call. And I've met some great people doing that, and some strange ones as well, but mostly good people. And some actually have called me multiple times, and I've had a continued relationship with them. So I just recently started even a third, well, this is a second side hustle for me currently. It's helping people to buy and, or not buy, excuse me, to sell their stuff. So if they're trying to clean out a basement or an attic, or maybe it's a family who has a relative who just passed away and they need to clear out the house, I can help them to get as much money as possible for their belongings. And yesterday I met just a terrific guy, 80 years young. His name is Bernie, and just a great salt of the earth kind of guy. He, after about, I don't know, an hour of talking in his apartment and looking over his stuff, he filled up the back of my car. Well, I helped him. We filled up the back of my car with stuff, some of which we knew we agreed should be donated, and a few other things seemed like they had some value. So I brought them home, cleaned them up, and only one of those things actually ended up having value. And I was able to turn it around in less than 24 hours on Facebook Marketplace and made a pretty good penny on it, which of course I'll give to Bernie. Was not a particularly profitable transaction, but I don't necessarily see it that way. Now, if you really need the money to survive, that's a whole different story, and you do need your time to pay off. But there are other benefits to side hustling, and it's really that one-on-one engagement with people and getting to know people for real. And that's part of the being present thing that I'm striving for. And it really does help me. I came home and I told my wife what a terrific conversation I had with this guy, and He's somebody I feel like I could go out for coffee with. And who knows, maybe we will. But I'd like to hear about your situation. What are you doing? Are you side hustling now? Are you thinking about one? If you're not thinking about one, why? Oh, and by the way, if you don't currently have a side hustle, a terrific tool is ChatGPT or Google Gemini or any of those AI large language models. Um, I definitely recommend using those if you haven't already. Not only will they help you to come up with ideas, but they can help you to execute your or develop your plans, and including social media content and all kinds of stuff. It's just phenomenal. And I'll do another video on that one of these days. But again, I would like to hear from you and hear what you're up to. Thank you.